Hi everybody, thanks for watching the review. So we're going to start with number 1. It says evaluate each expression. So we are going to use order of operations to simplify these expressions. So PEMDAS. Parentheses are first, then exponents, then we will multiply and divide from left to right, add and subtract from left to right. So to start, we have negative 8 times 3, which is negative 24. And then we have 14 divided by negative 2, which is negative 7. Adding these together, negative 24 plus negative 7 equals negative 31. On number 2, we are going to work with our numerator first, then divide by our denominator. So we have negative 10 plus negative 7, which is negative 17. Then we have minus minus, and a minusing a negative is really adding. So negative 17 plus 10 gives me negative 7, and if we divide that by negative 7, of course, we get 1. When we have nested parentheses like this, we're going to work from the inside out. So first, we have negative 4 divided by negative 4, which is going to give me a positive 1. We're going to continue working inside the parentheses. 3 minus 1 is 2, so 2 times 2 is 4. In the next section, we are evaluating using the values given. So we're going to use substitution here. Substitution, which means every time we see a y, we will be inserting a negative 6. Every time we see a z, it's also going to be a negative 6 in this example. So we have negative 4 plus y, which is our negative 6. And then we have minus z over 6. We're going to do our division first. Negative 6 divided by 6 is going to give me negative 1. Again, we have that minus minus scenario, which is a plus. Adding and subtracting from left to right, negative 4 plus negative 6 is negative 10. Adding 1 gives me negative 9. In number 5, we have y plus y divided by 6 minus z. So y plus y is negative 9 plus negative 9 divided by 6, and then we're subtracting z. Negative 9 plus negative 9, work with your numerator first, gives me negative 18 divided by 6, subtract 7. Negative 18 divided by 6 is negative 3, subtracting 7 gives me negative 10. The perimeter of a rectangle is 100. The length is 3 less than twice the width. So we always start with our variable as being the smaller one. So is length or width smaller in this case? It's going to be width, because it says the rectangle is 3 less than twice the width. So we know that the length is considerably bigger than the width. So we're going to draw our rectangle. And we have the width being the small one, and the length is 3 less than twice the width. We know that perimeter is 100, so if we add up all the sides, we are going to get 100. So we have w plus 2w minus 3 plus 2w minus 3 plus w is going to be equal to 100. So w plus 2w plus 2w plus w gives me 6w minus 6 equals 100. Add 6 to both sides, we get 6w is 106, And if we divide both sides by 6, we get 17 2/3, so 17.67 about. Okay, they actually didn't ask us for the width, they asked us for the length. So we need to plug that number back in. Sorry about that, someone came in my room and I had to pause it, so I do not remember what I was talking about. But the width is 16 2/3, so we can just do 17 2/3, so we can do 17.67 for now. Then we need to actually find the length, so we need to plug that back in. So 2 times 17.67 minus 3. That's what we were working on. So 17.67 times 2. And then subtract 3 gives me 32.34. Okay. Next part. 2 consecutive integers have a sum of 91. What is 3 times the smaller integer and 4 more than double the larger integer? Okay, so we always start off with the smallest again. So they are consecutive. Not even, not odd, just regular consecutive numbers. So if one of them is x, the other one is x plus 1. Consecutive means in a row, back to back. They have a sum of 91, so I'm going to add them together. So that gives me 2x plus 1 equals 91. 2x equals 90. Divide both sides by 2, I get 45. So my smaller one's 45, my bigger one is 46. So it says 3 times the smaller integer. So 3 times 45 is going to give me 135. And then I need to do 4 more than double the larger. So I'm going to double the larger and then 4 more. So 2 times 46 is 92 plus 4 gives me 96. So there's my 2 answers. 3 consecutive even integers have a sum of 90. So even means that my smallest one's going to be x. Then I have x plus 2 because I have to skip that odd number in between. And then I have x plus 4. So if I think of just even numbers like 2, 4, 6. If I call this one x, then 4 is x plus 2, and 6 is x plus 4. So evens, we have to skip the odd numbers. Again, these are going to add, and they add to 90. So that's x, 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 3x plus 6 equals 90. Subtract 6 from both sides, and divide by 3. That's going to give me 84 divided by 3. 28. Again, x represented the smaller one, so my numbers are 28, 30, and 32. Okay? About halfway done. When 4 times a number is increased by 40, the answer is the same as when 100 is decreased by the number. Find the number. The same, that means equals. 4 times a number is increased by 40. It is the same as when 100 is decreased by the number. Let's combine like terms. I'm going to add x to both sides. That gives me 5x plus 40 equals 100. Subtract 40 from both sides. That gives me that x is 12. Okay, flipping onto the back. I have a coupon that is $18 off the purchase of a calculator. At the same time, the calculator is offered with a discount of 15%, but no further discounts may be applied. For what tag price on the calculator do you pay the same amount for each discount? So same amount, that's equals $18 off the purchase is the same thing as a 15% discount. Now, if we are being discounted by 15%, that means we are paying 85%. 85% as a decimal is 0.85. And now, what we did in class was getting rid of this decimal by multiplying by 100. If I multiply everything by 100, it'll get rid of that decimal for me and make it a little bit easier. So this will be 100x minus 1800 is equal to 85x. Subtracting 85x from both sides leaves you with 15x minus 1800 equals 0. Then I'm going to add 1800 to both sides, and I get 15x equals 1800. Dividing by 15 is 100 and something. 100 and...
That's how you do it.
Huh?
That's how you do it.
120. All right, original price of Yeezys is $210. There's an 8% sales tax and a shipping fee of $10.99. What's the total price? So if we have to find this tax, we are going to take 0.08 times that 210. So I'm going to grab my calculator and do 0.08 times 210, and that's $16.80. So that is the tax, $16.80. So now we need to add up the price of the shoes, the tax, and the shipping. And we get $237.79. So notice we weren't taking like 8% of a variable like we were up in number 10. In number 10, we didn't know the tag price of the calculator. But we do know the price of the pair of shoes. We wanted the total price. So that's why our variable was like over here as the total rather than the original price. So be careful, read the problem, make sure you know what I'm asking for. Okay, Old Navy is having a 50% off of all jeans this week. You have $10 off a $20 purchase. You paid $12.05. How much were the jeans originally? Okay, so our original prices are variable. So 50% off, and then we can use our coupon. So 0.50 x, subtract that $10 coupon is $12.05. If we want to get rid of all of these decimals, we can move everything over twice, multiply by 100, that'll get rid of everything. So that's going to give me 50x minus 1,000 is equal to 1205. Add 1,000 to both sides. Divide by 50. $44.10. Really easy to check. Take half of 44.10, which is 22.05. Subtract the $10, 12.05. Okay, order of operations. So working from the inside out, we have a double parentheses here. So we have to do what's in here first, start with that exponent. So we have -5 times 9 minus -5 is actually +5. Minus -3 times -8, which is a +24. Minus, and then these negatives become your +24. Multiplication inside of here, -5 times 9 is -45, +5, and then we are subtracting 24. -49 plus 5 is negative 44.